What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling back at it again with a brand new video, brand new episode of Title Trivia, episode 6, but technically episode 5 because the last episode was on Royal Rumbles. Today I'm here with good friend of the channel, and one of the best podcasts in professional wrestling, one half. I got Luke of Cheap Pop Wrestling, the runner of the Fantasy Faction over on Instagram. And Luke, go. The floor is yours. Go introduce yourself to these lovely folks and what you
Thank you,
do.
William. Thank you, dude. Thanks for having me on. By the way, I think this is a long time coming. You've been a long time player of our fantasy faction game. So, mate, first and foremost, just thank you for first of all joining, like engaging with our content and sticking to it, mate. So, like anytime someone engages with our stuff and wants to talk to us, engage with us in any kind of way, like we really appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, thank you. So yeah, for people who don't know what Fantasy Faction is, it's a fantasy league that we run, and it's based around wrestling. Obviously, people have played fantasy football, fantasy baseball, and all that kind of stuff. So we at the Cheap Pop Wrestling podcast a couple of years ago decided to bring our love of games and our love of friendly competition to life and start a free to play fantasy league. So if anyone is listening or watching to this and they want to join a fantasy league, then it's open for everyone to join. Previously, we've said it's open for podcasters and content creators, but we're now opening it up to everyone, to the public. So if anyone does want to join that and play the game, then we're happy to have you. Um, so yeah, that's our deal. Really, we have an occasional podcast. We recently just came back after a big break of about 5 months, and decided to get things going again. But we're less of a podcast and more of a fantasy league. Um, and I think going forward, not to give too much away, but we are going to be more centered around the actual game itself and trying to engage that kind of community.
Yeah, well, that's good. Of course, the fantasy faction, obviously a long time. I'm a one-time Mark Madness champion on that
Yes.
on that fantasy faction. But today we are going to do a new episode of Title Trivia. Of course, if you haven't checked out the other episodes, I get my friends, fellow wrestling podcasters as well, to name every title holder for a specific championship in reverse chronological order. Um, with a 3 strike and you're out system if you get the titles wrong. You actually requested this title, the WWE European Championship, which has got to be the oldest championship on the show. Any reason specifically why you chose the European Championship?
Um, well, back in the day, that particular belt, first of all, the design of it, I think is beautiful. It's nice and classy.
Yeah.
And I think when I first started watching wrestling, being from England, being in Europe, the European title sort of stood out um, to me, and it was while it was around, it was always one of my favorites. I always kind of looked out for those title matches, and a lot of my favorite wrestlers as a kid held that belt. Um, and you know what? Since it went away years and years ago, I've missed it, and I've really been wanting that to come back. So yeah, that was it really. Yeah, being from Europe, sort of made that one of my favorite belts. Although looking at the trying to study the list previously, I'm kind of regretting picking it now because I really did not
Yeah.
remember most of these reigns, but we'll see how we get on.
All right. Well, of course, the rules are as follows. You have to name every single champion from reverse chronological order, starting from the most recent and seeing how far you go. 3 strikes and you are out. You cannot move on in the lineage until you give me the correct answer, basically.
All right,
Uh,
let's see how we go.
so, Luke, are you ready?
I think so.
So yeah, this title retired in like 2002, so this is crazy. Um, Who was the final WWE European champion?
So it would have been Rob Van Dam because he retired it. I know there was a champion going into that match, but it was a unification match between the IC champ and the European champ. So RVD won it. So technically, I guess he was the first champion before it was retired. Is that an
My
acceptable
list
answer?
does not say Rob Van Dam. However, you are correct. He did unify the belts.
Okay,
But
so then Jeff Hardy.
yeah, Jeff Hardy is correct. I
Yep.
wouldn't have given you a strike if you said Rob Van Dam, because technically you would be correct. I'm just saying that the list doesn't really specify him as the final champion, but you were correct. He did
Okay,
unify the belt.
that's fair.
But yes, the
That's fair.
champion before was Jeff Hardy. So who did Jeff Hardy beat?
William Regal.
That is correct.
He beat Spike Dudley,
Correct. Never thought
and
we'd
then
hear Spike
he.
Dudley's name.
I know. Oh God, I'm only going to get like the first 10 and then I'm going to struggle. So Spike Dudley, and then it was Regal before him again.
Yep.
So Diamond Dallas Page, and then
Correct.
Christian and
Correct.
Bradshaw.
Yep.
Or was he JBL? No, he wasn't JBL, was he? He was Bradshaw.
He was Bradshaw. But even if you said JBL, I would have given you it.
Oh, thank you. Hurricane,
Yep.
Matt Hardy.
Correct.
No, Eddie Guerrero.
Correct.
Test.
Yep.
R.I.P. Test. William Regal again.
Correct.
And Al Snow.
That is your first strike.
Oh,
It was
shit.
not Al Snow.
No, Crash Holly.
That is
Then
correct.
William Regal again.
Correct.
Then Al Snow.
Then it was Al Snow, correct?
For Al Snow, it was Perry Saturn.
Correct.
And then before that, it was Eddie Guerrero.
Correct.
Then it was Chris Jericho, because that
That
Eddie
is correct.
Guerrero one was the start of that Latino Heat thing. China helped Eddie Guerrero win that one. So Chris Jericho, and then
Yep.
Chris Jericho won it at WrestleMania off of Kurt Angle,
Correct.
who was the Eurocontinental champion. Epic
Yeah, and
reign,
then
by
it
the
was
way.
that sort of match, like, just to give you a little bit of a breather. That sort of match was kind of like an anti-Kurt Angle match. It was like Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho,
Yeah,
Kurt Angle. Chris Benoit won the Intercontinental title, and then fucking Jericho won the European. I thought that was
in the
very
same
funny.
match, right? It was two
Same match,
falls.
2 falls, 1 for the European, 1 for the IC. I thought that was crazy.
I might be wrong, but Kurt Angle wasn't pinned in that. I could be
No,
wrong, but I don't.
he wasn't pinned in either of them.
Oh, harsh. Absolutely harsh. Um,
So now
all
you're on
right.
Angle.
All right. Here's where we struggle. Angle won it from Val Venus.
That is
Val
correct.
Venus?
Yep, Val Venus.
Val Venus won it from Jeff Jarrett?
That is your second strike.
Oh no. Wasn't who'd it be then? Jeff Jarrett was feud. D'Lo Brown.
That is your third strike.
Oh no! Who was it? Who was it?
Yeah, it was the British Bulldog.
Oh no! The British Bulldog. I'm British too.
Yeah.
Oh no!
1999. I didn't even think British Bulldog. Oh, I guess yeah, he would be. He would be
99.
wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah,
99 would be British
right for a
Bulldog.
minute.
But you were on a
99.
roll there. You
Ah,
did better
British
than I thought
Bulldog.
you would
No
have done.
way. No
Yeah.
way.
But,
Oh
you
man.
know, I feel a little bit bad, with the European Championship, and I don't want you to go out that quickly. But I will recall how many reigns you said. So that was 20 in that 2000 to 2009 decade. Then
20. All right.
21. You named 21 reigns for the
That's not bad.
European Championship. That is not bad at all. Give yourself a pat on the back for that.
Oh, thank you.
So
I will.
21 reigns, Luke, and that is the European Championship. Man, that
I should
no,
have
that
picked
was
the
the
Universal title.
Universal title would have been easy. Let's be real
Yeah.
here. Um, but I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you a brand new championship that you should
Okay.
name in reverse chronological order. It's probably one of the most requested belts in title trivia. The United States Championship.
Ooh. See, I own a US title belt too, so I should know. Oh,
You think you're up for the challenge?
I mean, yeah, let's go.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So, who is the current reigning and defending? Well, not really defending United
the
States Championship.
reigning it's Logan Paul,
That is correct.
and he won it from Rey Mysterio.
That is correct.
Rey Mysterio won it in a tournament, right?
Mm,
No, no, he didn't.
no, it's a traditional match.
Who did Ray beat? Who did Ray beat? Oh God. Do I get 3 strikes again?
Yeah, three strikes again.
Oh, who did Ray beat? Oh, this is terrible. So it must have been a heel. It wasn't Bobby Lashley, was it? No, no. Sorry, that's first strike.
Well,
Austin Theory.
since you corrected yourself, I'm going to give you yes. It was Austin Theory.
Austin
It was
Theory.
Austin Theory who Ray beat.
And
Who
then
did Austin
Austin.
Theory beat?
Was that Lashley?
That will be your first strike.
Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Who did Austin Theory beat? Kevin Owens?
That is your second strike.
No, 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 no. Oh God, we're talking at least a year ago, aren't we? Now.
It's like, yeah, 2022.
Who did Austin Theory defeated? I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to throw a name out. Oh God. Why is this so hard?
The,
Um,
the struggle is real.
oh my God. Austin Theory for the United States belt defeated. Who's on the card now? Who's on the card? AJ Styles?
That is your third strike.
Yeah.
It
That's a bad guess.
was
Who was it?
Seth freaking Rollins.
It was Seth Rollins, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he had a brief run with the belt in 2022. Lasted like
He
47
did, right?
days. Yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
bit. I do
Yeah.
understand why you thought Bobby because it was a triple threat match also with Bobby Lashley. So
Okay.
So yeah, I do understand why you did think it was Bobby. So that performance, you named 3.
Oh
The
God.
same with Leo. For worst in title trivia history, 3 reigns for the United States title. But you did very good with that European title, so I am proud of you for that.
I did all right in that one.
You did all right with that one, definitely. But yeah, I mean, that was title trivia featuring Luke of Cheap Pop Wrestling. Um, yeah, no, very, very good in the European title. Kind of a little lacking in the US title, but I won't
Yeah,
make fun of you.
definitely.
I won't make fun of you for that. I don't think anybody really remembers Seth's US title reign, so I'll be a little bit more nice on
Oh,
that.
thank you.
But but ladies and gentlemen, this has been Title Trivia episode 6, European/US Championship Edition, featuring Luke of Cheap Pop Wrestling. Be sure to follow Cheap Pop on all your podcast apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and basically anywhere, because I'm very shit when it comes to podcasting apps. Follow them on Instagram, join that Fantasy Faction League, and also check them out on a fellow title trivia competitor, Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling Podcast, where he was on the recent episode. And you did pretty
Yes.
good on that. You guys talked the Royal Rumble and all the news surrounding professional wrestling. Luke, you got any parting words there?
Just thank you again, mate, for having me on. Like I said, long overdue.
Yeah.
Um, and yes, sorry, listeners, viewers, that I didn't do better on my United States trivia. Hopefully, that doesn't come up on my immigration test, because for those who don't know, I live over in the US now, and I'm going for my citizenship in the next couple of years. So hopefully, they don't ask me about WWE United States Championship lineage. Otherwise, your boy might get deported.
Oh well, you know European, so they'll welcome you back with
Yeah.
open arms. But yeah, no, we definitely need to do a podcast together and talk some actual wrestling, but because this is a good game show, but definitely talking about wrestling would be definitely very good. But this is going to be it for us here today. This has been Willie Does Wrestling. That has been Luke from Cheap Pop Wrestling. We will see you in the next video. Be good people and peace.